Hey guys, my name's Mannequin and welcome back to Remixing from Scratch. This is gonna start, wrapping up our series here for the first track we're doing in Remixing from Scratch. Yes, I would like to do more tracks, but hopefully we're gonna be wrapping this one up soon. We've been spending quite a lot of time on it, and pretty much at this point we're just gonna be finishing the track structure. Not too much left to do. So you saw from the last one I basically just prepped so that we could start the second break, and the second break is actually going to be really easy, but first I need to decide how much space do I want between them. So it ends right there, I believe. The drop I believe ends right there. Yeah, that's about right. And then I'm gonna have a space here and then bring those in. So we're gonna just copy some stuff over and see how stuff works. Okay, so I need to check to see if there's automation on any of the stuff that I'm gonna be copying, and if there isn't, that'll make things a lot easier. Okay, no automation. So what I need to do here is find all the areas I need to copy and just select them here. I think I'm gonna copy all the way up to the build, not gonna copy the drop quite yet. And then I'm gonna have to remove the vocals from the selection, and I'll grab all these. Actually, I might remove some other things too. Okay, and I think, yeah, I need this too. Okay, so let me grab this because I missed this. Remove the vocals because we already have vocals in that section there, and then I think that's all we're gonna need. I don't know. I'll just copy these just in case. Oh, I don't need the old snare build. I know that for sure. Okay, so that should be good. Should be everything I need to copy. And so now I'll just take this. I'm going to use this as my reference point as to where I'm going to copy this. So that's lined up there. So I'm going to bring this right here. That's about where I need everything copied. And then I'm just going to grab this and then hold Alt here, slide all the way over, and let it copy. And I could actually say, you know what? I actually might need to copy automation data. Let's see. Because there might be something on the snare build. Nope, it didn't look like there was any automation data that needed to be copied. Oh, nope, there was right here. Sweet. So what we have here is we have these. This is the synthesizer we use for the build. Note that it did not actually copy the curve correctly. So I'm going to have to adjust this here, which isn't too hard. And it doesn't matter if it's not exactly the same. That's no big deal. Okay, so now the question is, now that we have this copied, first of all, is it lined up correctly? And second of all, how are we going to transition into it? So first of all, I'm going to check to see if it's lined up correctly, which will be pretty easy. We just have to play it back here and listen to see if the vocals line up correctly. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up to be echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the cloud. That sounds horribly off time, and it could be because the vocals are not lined up perfectly, and it could also be because they're actually, we need to adjust them with flex time. So we'll see here. Gonna grab both of these. I did actually hear one part that'll make it easier to line up. Okay, so beat needs to be right on beat. Ha ha ha. Funny. But okay, so it's lined up. It's almost on. It looks like it's just offset a little bit. So we'll try to put that there. The be echoing in my ear. And this one's also supposed to be lined up. So it looks like we're actually gonna have to do is some flex time here. So we'll try to line some things up and see how that works. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The be echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock. Hold me sweetly, hold me tight. This could be our last. Okay, so now one thing you notice here is it already goes to this part that we had for the build before. And now it's cutting into it early. So that means that the structure is a lot different from before. Let me see, just double check to make sure there's nothing before this. We're running out of time. The life is running out of time. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. You know what, let's try this. Let's see if we could actually put this in the break. Add this to the break. We're running out of time. So we're gonna see how this doesn't work, because I don't think it will work. Pull this out just as well. Pull this out as well, so we could get some of the background vocals too. It doesn't matter as much, but we're gonna do it anyway. So grab these here, 1, 2, and it's about there. So that means we're gonna need to put it about what? There to here, I believe. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Just try that. No, that's not gonna work. I don't think so, at least. Okay, so remove this solo here, just so I could check this. See if I could line this up at all. Okay, so that is actually where it's gonna come in. So that would theoretically be right. Let's see how this sounds. It'll probably sound bad, but yeah, give it a shot.
We're running out of time. Does it ever cross your mind? The life is running out of time. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock.
Okay, so what I did here is actually remove this vocoder part because I don't like the sound of that in terms of this track. And then I'm actually gonna clip this like I did before. I had to kind of get rid of this gap. So I'm gonna do that, and let's see. So we want this right here. We're gonna split this, split by playhead. Bring that to about there, and then drop that here.
Hold me sweetly, hold me tight. This could be our last night. Kiss me with passion before we say goodbye. 'Cause we're running out of time. We're running out of time.
Okay, so now we just need to go through here, reline these ones up. I should have just done that at the same time, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, let me check to see how much I moved it over. Actually, make this easy. Split. Drop that over there. And then do the exact same thing I did with this one, which is pull that right there. Pull this right there.
Hold me sweetly, hold me tight.
Okay, so this is just kind of like the vocoder pitch sound. And I could move this over like this. You notice that my pointer is actually different from down here. If I bring it up, you actually get both of them, which means I could just slide this over, kind of stick it in a better spot. And then I'm gonna actually crossfade this because I'll crossfade it so that we kind of have a little bit of a transition here. So swap to the crossfade tool, which is right there. I'm holding command, and then I'm just gonna drag over here so we get a nice crossfade. Okay, sweet. So that should work. Let's see how that sounds. It's probably not gonna sound all that great just because the vocals are kind of designed to have like a shorter break in between. And so I can't do much about that, but you know, we'll kind of, you know, listen to how it sounds, see if we like it. Okay, so.
We're running out of time. Does it ever cross your mind? The life is running out of time. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock. Hold me sweetly.
You know, I think this actually needs to be a beat over. That could be the problem. So we're gonna take both of these, and I'm gonna move them about a beat over. So grab this, pull it there, and then move these back like that. This is probably gonna not sound right, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see.
We're running out of time. Does it ever cross your mind? The life is running out of time. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock. Hold me sweetly, hold me tight. This could.
Okay, so I think the vocals for the second half are lining up better, but the first half is still kind of weird. Let's just double check this.
Talk, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock. Hold me sweetly.
Okay, so now we need to figure out what to do with this.
We're running out of time. Does it ever cross your mind? The life is running out of time. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock.
Okay, and now just to double check to see how things went.
Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm at the clock. Hold me sweetly.
Okay, I honestly can't tell if it's any better or not. It's just the way the vocals are kind of laid out. They're very drifting, which is not suited for having like a kick drum and a hat pattern right behind it, because then it kind of really shows how the vocals are tend to be out of time. I'm just gonna listen back to the first one to see if I could get a reference point.
Static electricity. Your touch moving to the sound. You bring up the energy.
Okay.
Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock. Hold me sweetly, hold me tight.
I think that's how it's supposed to be lined up. Okay, so now let's figure out what the heck is wrong with this one.
We're running out of time. Does it ever cross your mind? The life is running out of time. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring. Tick tock.
Let's line this up with where the vocal actually starts here. So you can have fade in. I think I'm just gonna cut that initial part out because it's like really hard. I don't even know how the heck I'm gonna line that up because it doesn't fit with the break that I have right now. So I'd have to like restructure my break, and I don't want to do that. Okay.
Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock. Hold me sweetly, hold me tight.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I could take part of the first part here. So let's try this. This might not work correctly, but let's try this. So I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna cut it from here to here. That should be right. Nope. Let's see if I can line this up better. There to there. And what this is going to do is it's actually going to jump across all this. What I was doing is I was holding command while I was dragging, and it'll just actually jump from the first part all the way to the next part here. So it'll sound like this.
Static electricity. Your touch moving to the sound. Your lips are all I need. When the music comes around. I'm not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat
Okay, so you know what? I think what we can do is we could actually just take the first part of the vocals here and reuse them. So I'm going to bring it like this. So it starts about right there. So drop that right there. Shorten it so it'll fit. And then drop it down there and see what overlapped and messed things up. Undo that. Okay, so just trim that a little bit more, drop it down there, it should be fine. Okay, so let's see how this sounds.
Static electricity, your touch moving to the sound. Your lips are all I need. Ooh, when the music comes around. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock. Hold me sweetly, hold me tight. This could be our last night. Kiss me with passion before you say goodbye. 'Cause we're running out of time.
Why? I thought I only had one of these in the first one.
'Cause we're running out of time.
What's up?
We're running out of time.
I guess I did have both.
You say goodbye. 'Cause we're running out of time. 'Cause we're running out of time.
That's weird. Okay, it doesn't sound like it copied correctly. So just copy these. Right there.
'Cause we're running out of.
That goes there.
'Cause we're running out of time.
Oh, that's the problem. Because the background vocals already has it in there.
'Cause we're running out of time.
So I need to clip those out. Okay.
'Cause we're running.
There we go. Okay. And so that was the problem there. And
You say goodbye. 'Cause we're running out of time.
okay.
We're running out of time.
Okay, so that's there we go. Now we just need to transition this here. So what does it sound like at the end of the drop?
Static electricity, your touch moving.
Okay, so my first inclination is just throw in the reverse vocal build that we made a while back and see how that sounds. Although if I can make it longer, I might make it longer. Let's actually see. Let's see. Can I extend it either direction? Okay, probably not. Come on. Why does it fade out like that? Shouldn't be doing that. It could just be that the buffer's making it. Maybe it's picking up something else also.
Static electricity.
Okay, I'm confused. Where am I getting that? What audio file is doing that? Come on. Let me know. Tell me what's going on. Okay. I'm actually kind of confused as to why it's doing that right now. There's a problem I've run into before in Logic, where basically you have an audio file, it's supposed to end, and then it just kind of, like, it doesn't end at the right spot. I'm not quite sure how I fixed it last time. I have no idea. Because there's no automation on this. It goes to bus 10, which if I check bus 10... Okay, so bus 10 is kind of linked to that. So if I mute this, it might actually fix it. I don't know. I don't get it. Because theoretically, this should be, like, it should end right there. Oh, what the heck? We could just automate the mute. Because I have no idea how to fix this. I've gotten around it a couple times, but I don't remember at all how I did. So, actually, let's see. Where are we?
Static electricity. It's a static electricity.
Okay, so what we could do here is, actually let me shorten this, see if that helps at all.
Static.
Okay, and then I'll pull this over, and then I'm gonna grab everything that we worked so hard to place correctly, and then just move it over half a bar. Or actually, no, I wouldn't. It'd be like probably 2 bars, I think, actually. Should be almost everything. There we go. And then I need to grab this one. Do not grab these ones. And not that one. And move this. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. Undo. There. Move the automation. Because that we did have one thing up here that was automated. Let's see if it's moved correctly. Nope, it didn't. Of course not. So drop this here, drop this here, drop this here, and then change this back to automation curve tool. Sorry if I don't sound as active as I usually do. I kind of noticed that right now. Okay, so let me just finish this up here. Yeah.
Static electricity. You touch moving to the set.
Okay. One final thing I'm going to do here is add a curve to this because I don't like the way it's fading in. I kind of want it to fade in, except for like be really quiet for most of it and then just build up really fast. So like this.
Static electric.
You know what? Scratch that. I'm going to maybe,
Static.
Okay, turn down the volume by -6. And I might actually just remove this curve here. Let's try it without it, see what happens.
Static.
Yeah, I'll just set this to like -12 and then not have a curve on it.
Static electricity.
And make sure it's lined up on a good enough spot. Probably just put it right there.
Static electricity.
And then I actually could get some other build. I think I might have a build somewhere that I could use. Here we go, just use reverse crash. There we go. That'll make things interesting.
Static.
Of course, the problem is I didn't put it in the right spot. Okay, there we go.
Static electricity. You touch moving to the sound. Your lips are all I need. When the music comes around. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing in my ear while I'm staring at the clock. Hold me sweetly, hold me tight. This could be our last night. Kiss me with passion before you say goodbye. 'Cause we're running out of time.
Okay, so we basically did the transition there. I'm just going to play it back one more time, just the transition, and see what...
Static electricity.
And then we're going to pull the same thing on this one, actually. I'm going to drop it down as far as it can go. -30, see what that sounds like. Never mind, too quiet. Just take it down to -20, see what that sounds like.
Static electricity. Static.
Okay, so I'm going to make, actually, this one delay that we had here. I'm going to make the delay... Oh, what did I have it at? It was this one. Okay, so turn this up to 70. Because I think I told you in the last episode that typically, you'll make a delay and then it'll sound like it's going long enough by itself, but as soon as you throw stuff in, it doesn't sound like it's going long enough. So let's go with this.
Static electricity, your touch moving to the sound. Your lips are all I need. Ooh, when the music comes around. Tick tock,
I'm gonna let that hat loop go.
music comes around. Tick tock, not gonna waste a day. I'm gonna live it up. The beat echoing.
I still don't like the way the vocals are lined up, but I'm gonna end this episode here. Save this project just so I don't forget. I don't like the way the vocals are lined up. I might try to reline them up in the next episode. But yeah, today is mostly just a bunch of copying over, seeing if we can line things up, and trying to get things to blend. And then from there, we're gonna do the same thing with the drop. Might do add another bar to the drop or something, and then we're just gonna make an outro. Then we're going to do the intro, and then we'll be done with the project. I'm going to show you the mastering process. I'm not going to skimp out on that one. I'm actually going to go through and master it as well as I can. And then after that, I will be giving you guys the completed project to just mess around in. You will need to have two things in order to open the completed project, and that is, here we go. I use Camel Crusher occasionally. You should be able to find this on, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the site, but it is actually available for download somewhere else now. The people that made it are no longer hosting it, but somewhere else is. It's some, I don't know, some collaboration site or something. For the life of me, I can't remember what it's like, Splice or something. I can't remember. But you can get this, and then the other one I'm going to be using for my mastering is going to be, where is it? Here we go. Limiter number 6, and it looks like this. So you want to grab this one too, and then you'll be able to open the project when I put it available for download there, and you'll get everything, and you'll be able to go through, look at the entire project in its raw form, and just do whatever you want with it. So until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully the next video will have a bit more content and I'll be a bit more awake. But I wanted to get this one out, just have something done, because I knew this part I was just gonna have to like push through, try to get something done here, and I knew it wasn't gonna be that entertaining just because I'm just copying stuff and trying to line stuff up. So nothing really amazing in this video, nothing too helpful. It was just, I wanted to show you guys everything, and I didn't want to cut anything out, even if it was the dull work, because I know that some people, want to see how long it takes me to do, from start to finish, everything. So that's why I kind of did this video. It wasn't, like I said, it wasn't very amazing. I'm going to actually extend that one. This was the hat loop that I don't like how it pauses for a second. I kind of like it when it keeps going. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, look forward to the next video. Hopefully something better there. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.